Interesting. We didn't get a. Did we get a notice from? The
Oh,
form?
wait,
Did you get the form?
you know what? I don't think the form notifies me.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Hi, Wolfgang.
is it? You see?
Hey, greetings. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Greetings, folks. Glad to join you remotely.
And when I do this, I'm turning away from you, right? Because you're seeing the camera, and if I look this way, wherever the camera is, it's confusing. And
Yes, but if you say my name, I got you. I'm tracking.
So good.
Thank you for permission to join remotely because I'm over 100 miles away from Charlottesville currently.
Okay.
Okay. And you
Thank you.
submitted the form?
I submitted the form on Monday or Sunday afternoon, I think.
Okay.
Perfect.
'Cause
So it doesn't email you notifications. Wonder if we can set that up. Thank you for doing the form.
How do you, where is the form again?
It is on the website.
But no, I'm saying like, how would I?
Oh, where's the
Right.
form that you created?
Yeah.
Oh. Now you're really
Oh,
asking me
wait, how
something
do I
hard.
get how do I get to the HRC folder?
If you go to Teams, that
Oh,
Teams
Teams.
conversation that we had, I think the link is in there. Here.
Oh, right, because then we get, yeah, I hear you.
Yes, my children.
I hear you.
One.
Whoa.
I know, we can't, if we all flip it, then we're just doing the
Yeah.
same. Ooh, these are awesome.
Oh, Lily, she did this.
No, Lily did.
Thank you. Love them.
Okay, so, wait a minute.
Speaking of other items
How are
that I forgot.
So good, how are you? Wait, Teams. Nope.
I have to admit that after much delay, you talked about
Oh,
a
here it
flow
goes.
of like 2.5 minutes.
It's super complicated to explain.
I didn't know where it was.
What's that?
And I was like,
Oh,
and I
responses.
watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I can grab them
She's
after.
so cool. If
I'll
you
just
ever have
sprint down
graphic
after.
design needs.
Because it's like you got to know where my keys are, and then you got to know which drawer. They're in the top.
She's local.
She's in Richmond.
Where my
But
well,
somebody
no,
who is
'cause that
local who
key-
does, I think,
that
like,
key is on my
work for our
personal
economic
like key set
development.
because it's also the
Whatever recommended.
personnel
her as a
drawer.
person.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. I'll get
loved
it.
It was short, it was simple, and
Yay!
it was like, yeah,
Oh,
understand, like, yeah, all the things.
Did it work?
Praise on the video.
Neat.
yeah, Teams, that is never naturally what.
So where did you store? How do you
Okay.
get to the form? Can I get to this
Oh,
form?
yeah. So, I went
You
to
gave me the
Teams.
link, right? You sent me the link.
Well, you know
there.
what, I didn't do it through the folder. I just went through the general link.
Those links that you sent me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think I made a document where I stored those. So
Okay.
as long as we can get to them, if you can't, for example, like you're out of
Mhm.
town.
Yeah, but how do we get it to email us? Is there a way to do that? Do they,
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
Hello, you all.
hello?
Andy and I tried to both shift it up, but then we realized we'd just be flipping to the other side of the table, so.
I thought, okay, I can't switch to the other side at the same time she's switching to the other
Oh,
side.
that's funny.
Mixing up our seats.
Like, wait, what message does that send? Then I send an email about it after the. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, all good.
And or, I need to ask her if she,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't clear. And I also want to know what kind of phone you have, because I have this, do you have the like?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, you can use this then.
Do you mind?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that would be awesome.
But I think you have to take this off, it has to be like the right.
It actually works
It will?
at home on that. If not, I'll take it off.
Okay.
But at home, it works on the.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know there's some stuff out there. I just thought about that after.
Just need enough to get through the meeting.
okay.
You found them.
Yes, you can. When it was taking a while, I was like, maybe they're not giving it to her.
No, it just took me a minute to find them.
Should we leave these here each time?
Yeah, that would work the best.
Okay.
Yeah,
I figured as much, okay.
that's what we've done in the past.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Brilliant, thank you. I also love that, like tonight, we don't have much of a formal agenda,
Mm-hmm.
but I realized that I did not bring the printout of the statement,
And there you go.
and there we go.
I never navigate
Oh, I know, you're like clicking through all your screens like, oh,
Right.
get the last half.
You think I would know it by now?
Same.
It makes me happy though, because it, always makes me think of Chantal,
Yeah.
who was the one who,
Yeah. She started that,
was, doing this.
that tradition. I love that.
I loved how we always awkwardly, she's like, it's gonna be awkward, but we're doing it.
Exactly.
Have you seen pictures of her baby?
She hasn't accepted my friend request on Facebook, so kind of, yeah.
Probably
I
busy.
think she's like
Yeah.
only very
You already
interested on.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So I've been
Okay.
doing it.
Sorry, I was like, wait,
She
did I
just
mean this
was
with her? I was very confused. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I really confused myself. I was gonna say March. I was like,
I was like, wait, what month is
It,
it? I
it was a
literally
post
just
that
seen it, I was
everybody
like,
understands, she says it's a good thing to right now.
who knows?
There was a picture of him looking very cute.
If that's possible.
Could imagine what person told them.
Oh, is she? Was she on Friday or just?
I don't even know. But I put a lot of mustard on it. I was like, happy Friday. And I was like, is this?
And one of the things
Oh,
is like
oh.
doggy smell and humans, but they were saying, like, if it.
The
like,
worst,
babies
I
actually
went through
do
an
have a
entire
smell,
Tuesday.
Like smells
I
good to
am
us.
so thinking it was Wednesday.
It's like a track, like,
And
so
I was
it's
like,
not.
no, it's like,
Pheromones, so we
Yes.
don't throw them away.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Kitchen out
Yeah, it does.
Like there's some.
Like, wait, I had that in my head all
They
day
were
long.
like, so it's 100 different people from all across the world, and so they put like old people in a room and like younger kids to see, and like blindfolded them to see if they could see if, like what smell it was. It was interesting.
Where were you? Is that what you're talking about, or you're talking about something totally different? Because I thought I saw that you were somewhere.
I was in, Quebec.
Oh, okay. But, oh,
but
sorry, I was,
We were talking about Chantal Beebe, the former chair
oh,
of the
okay.
commission, moved to Atlanta and had a baby, and she just
Aw.
posted a picture.
Aw.
Jessica, are we're anticipating Ernest or?
I don't know, I can message him, but yeah.
Okay, just wanted to check and see if he, I haven't seen anything, I would think, let me check the email one more time. Okay. Nothing new.
Yeah, I saw that she was pregnant.
Might be.
I haven't seen her.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah. What's the name?
That's a good question. I'm not sure I know. Let's see, I see.
We will call the meeting. Ooh.
I had to put my mic. All right, we will call the meeting to order at 6:37 PM and do our roll call.
All right, Jessica,
Present.
Ernest is not here. Jeanette notified us that she'd not be here. Mary notified us that she would not be here. Wolfgang,
Here.
and Wolfgang, you are joining us remotely because you are more than 100 miles away from us. So thank you for joining.
Thanks.
Catherine,
I'm here.
Suzanne,
I'm here.
Andy.
Here.
That's everyone. Now we will recite our mission. Act
Act
as
as
a strong advocate to
Strong
justice
advocate
and
to
equal
justice and
opportunity
equal
by
opportunity,
providing
providing
citywide
citywide
and
leadership
guidance
and
in the area of
guidance
civil
in the area of
rights.
civil rights.
For members of the public participating virtually, if you experience technical difficulties, you may call 434-970-3115. Again, that's 434-970-3115, and the staff will assist you.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you'd like to.
Given the scope of the agenda for tonight's work, the commission will not be receiving virtual public comment. Members of the public who attend in person are welcome to provide public comment during matters by the public section of the agenda. The commission welcomes comments and questions and commits to listening carefully and thoughtfully to what is presented. A maximum of 16 public comment time slots are allotted per meeting. Each speaker has 3 minutes to speak. The commission requests that members of the public refrain from engaging in personal attacks against commissioners and staff members and asks that comments and questions focus on matters related to the human rights within the city. And there's no one here in person for public comment, so we're gonna go to our working session, which is drafting the zoning advocacy letter. And I forgot who volunteered to initially start that. And did they start it?
I said I would help. I don't remember saying I would start it,
Oh.
but that's okay. We can,
I think, oh, it was Jeanette was also saying she'd help.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think Jessica, we got an email from Jeanette. She wasn't
Oh.
unable to be here this
Yes.
evening, but she did volunteer to help draft it if we had, and tonight we could just pitch
Talking
out any sort of talking points, right? Is that
Yep.
correct?
She said that.
Yeah.
Do you wanna share, Catherine?
So what I was envisioning, and I think what we talked about last time was, basically supporting the Charlottesville Low Income Housing Coalition's, sign-on letter and elevating the things that need attention in that. You know, saying that we overall, are urging city council to, approve a zoning code that will, sorry, I thought I had the ideas in my head, but I don't, that, will improve, inclusion, that will reduce, what am I trying to say, Andy, you know what I mean?
Exclusionary zoning.
Yes, trying to get it, I was mixing up inclusionary next. We do not want exclusionary zoning. We want to end the historically basis practice of exclusionary zoning.
Your mic is on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just wanna make sure. That did it.
Okay, there we go. I'm looking at
Little we'll see
the
both.
sign-on letter. I think I
Okay.
sent that by email last time. And so there were sort of 5 asks in this letter that they wanted improved in the zoning code. And then now there's really kind of 2 things that need particular attention, according to Click. And one of them is moving forward with their original plan for sensitive areas, which are historically black neighborhoods, essentially, and making sure that there are regulations in place that are going to preserve original homes, include density only if it's affordable, and work to prevent displacement. That makes sense. So I don't think we need to be specific about what, but just saying that they need to proceed with their original plans for sensitive areas. And and then the focus on improving inclusionary zoning.
So there's one follow-up about the sensitive areas. There's, I was following, there was a meeting with some of the Housing Coalition people recently. I believe Joy Johnson brought up that sensitive areas it is kind of is not the appropriate term, I think. So I think the ask was for it to be called the anti-displacement section of the ordinance. But I think that's already been elevated to the city, and I think they're already making that change.
Yeah.
But it's sort of, the focus is on anti-displacement, so that giving the tools for people who are there to, make best use and be able to stay in their homes. And I think one of the things, I don't know if it's in there, is so the tax abatement things, I don't know how much that intersects with zoning, but I know that in terms of housing, I think that's one of the big areas that we want to make sure the city, follows up to expand it enough to make sure that everybody's covered. Because I know there's some limits, like house values, as house values go up, some people, can't access the tax abatement programs and things like that. So finding ways to expand that, I think, is part of the housing issues. I don't know if it's specific to zoning, but that was.
What do you think are the most impactful things that we can add? I feel like I am miles away. But what are the most, like given that there's already something that's drafted and we're adding on, are there any specific things just from the Human Rights Commission, aside from underscoring what has already been said, but are there other things that, I'm asking this true curiosity, are there other things that we can add that make it even more will make it even more powerful coming from this commission's perspective?
My opinion on that is that I think that we should be amplifying what CLIC is asking for.
Okay.
And, because there's been a lot of,
Right,
this
it's
is,
not-
first of all, it's also deeply technical. I
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't presume to really know. I listened to that anti-displacement working session. I was like, oh, okay, these are words, they're English, I really don't understand how they're coming together. Yeah,
Yep.
so I guess that's,
Super helpful, yep.
yeah.
I'm just trying to find that document, sorry. Can you,
So I got it right-
Can you
I'll-
resend it?
I'll forward it to you right
Okay,
now.
sorry.
Could,
Could you
yeah.
send it as well to me, Todd?
Sure, I'll send it to the whole
Okay,
commission.
thank you.
But do they have clear?
So they have, CLIC has
They have
three
clear.
clear asks.
Okay,
Prevent further displacement in historically black
Right.
neighborhoods by providing an anti-displacement zoning overlay. Allow more density in historically exclusionary neighborhoods, and expand affordability.
oh, I'm looking for it as a link.
It,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jessica. So, as a starting point, just basically reusing the wording that they're presenting.
Mhm.
Catherine, does that?
that's what I sort of envisioned,
Yeah.
is that we would, yes, reuse that and put it in the context of housing as a human right.
Mm-hmm.
And this historic opportunity to completely change the way that white supremacy is encoded in our, physical space.
Mm-hmm.
And you said they have, sorry, my own ignorance, they've already presented it to city council?
No,
Not yet.
it's complicated.
That's
So,
okay.
I don't think planning commission has voted yet either, have they?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so planning, there is a big, very, not final draft, but there is a huge document that has been,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Planning commission is getting ready to vote on that.
Okay.
City council will vote sometime. It's not on the agenda yet. Theoretically, before the end of this year with the current city council.
Okay.
Wolfgang is.
Oh, sorry, Wolfgang. You might have to holler at us.
Fine. That's okay. That's what I did basically visually.
Sorry, we
But we
can't
also
see
want to
behind you.
support any of the policy options outlined in the Livable Seaville Housing Coalition letter that we signed on in July. They had 5 policy options that we signed on and supported. Many of them overlap with the CLIC letter, but there's also some more unique policy work about environmental protection, solar energy efficiency, net zero stuff that would it'd be interesting to highlight in our policy recommendations to council too.
So either this is really simple, and we just say we support, action alert in these 3 areas and then point out the policies like Wolfgang is saying?
I'm also happy to circulate that email in case it got buried for anybody else too.
Well, I couldn't hear it.
I couldn't hear that.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Sorry, the AC unit turned on. I'm also happy to bump that email from back in July in case it got buried for everybody else too.
Yeah, that would be helpful. That's it, that might be the menu.
I think, no, I mean, I honestly
Sorry.
think that's
No,
all
I
I
mean-
sort of envisioned
Okay.
was something that basic.
Jessica, would it be helpful if, I know Jeanette wanted to
Right.
contribute as well. We could synthesize some of this information in the
Yeah.
office, then send that to Jeanette
Okay.
as sort of a rough draft.
Yes.
In case she wanted to weigh in. I know she's been following the zoning stuff a bit as well.
Right.
So, and then, once we get that feedback, we can bring that back to the commission meeting on the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, while we're talking about it, I think the 19th, we are gonna be back in City Space rather than Carver, because that budget work session is no longer happening in City
Oh,
Space, so
okay.
that's a good thing. I'll send more information, but just thought I'd say that now, so you were aware of it. Does that seem like a good plan then? We'll get a
Mhm.
draft going. Cool.
Oh, yes, yes, okay, thank you for,
I'm fine with you
Right.
guys doing it. That feels like something that that commissioners could
Right.
draft as.
Yeah,
well.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm happy to do that. And, yeah,
yes.
and then have that draft, send it to Jeanette and get feedback and
Okay.
have something for the
That
meeting.
email.
Great. Maybe we'll pass that to you, Catherine.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so it'll take
Thank you
off?
for that.
Okay, sounds good. I mean, we're gonna eventually vote on it, but is there any other feedback that people wanna provide? Okay. We're happy to use our influence to help uplift others. I know we said that a lot in our commission, and Ashley continues to affirm me that we have a lot of power with city council, the fact that we're able to advise city council, and so using this as an opportunity to do that within our role is great. Okay. Well, that was really fast. So action updates is that Catherine will concise what we've just said and send that to Jeanette, and then we'll have this sent this, when do you want it to be sent?
Oh, great question. So,
For enough time,
yeah.
before the meeting.
Let me think about, I'll open my calendar, because if we,
We had it by the 13th?
that would probably be fine. So, yeah, the 13th would be
By next
great.
Friday.
13th would be great.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So have this draft by the 13th, so then we can view on it. We can vote on it in our regular meeting
Perfect.
through the method of Martha's Rules. Is that good? Okay. So on to new business. So we have a surprise for Victoria. If I don't knock my phone over. I just wanted, before I give it to you, just wanted to say thank you so much. Okay, I'm not trying to cry. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna look at you, but I wanna look at you. Okay. No, just thank you. Todd has been a one-man show for a long time, and you coming on has been a fresh relief and just all the support also, but we're deeply going to miss you. I just want to publicly say that our last session, that if you didn't feel our appreciation for you or ever question your outreach, like, it has made a huge difference for what we're doing in the community, and I really, really appreciate you, and I'm gonna miss you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Just reiterate what you said.
Okay.
We all agree.
All right, so we know you like sweets. So we
the
have some
sweet
cupcakes for
tooth.
you. Claire helped me pick them out. And of course, we'll share them, you know. Please, you by yourself. Thank you.
How fun are those?
So cute.
Claire's got good taste.
She does. I was walking to the car, and this lady was like, "Those are cute cupcakes," and I was like, "You can get 6 of them just like that in the store. If
cannot
a
have
dozen
these.
is too much."
So
So
fun.
we really appreciate you. Wishing you the best of luck on your next journeys.
Thank you, Victoria, for,
Not to put you on the spot.
yeah.
No more red.
It doesn't show.
No?
No?
Oh, I thought you were being saying.
Wolfgang, did you
No, it doesn't. I get red too, so yeah.
I don't know if it's appropriate to say on, oh, I was gonna say about next Friday.
Go ahead, yeah.
We will be having a gathering,
Okay.
but.
Details to be shared later.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're gonna talk about,
that
yeah.
came on
I think your
from
mic is
school.
off.
Probably-
Yeah, and our only challenge is that we can't have everybody, I don't think, attend
Ah.
because you can't be without public notice.
We're having a gathering, but you can't come. That's awesome.
You have to
So,
slot people in.
Yes, slot
by-
people in.
You
gotta
can
come in from
rotate
4:15
your attendance.
4 to 4:15.
Out.
Get your 15 minutes in.
I think we can come, we just can't.
Talk business, right?
yeah.
That's my, yeah, that, I mean, yeah, I don't know, yeah. I feel like, I don't know if Virginia has different laws than we had in Michigan, but we were able to assemble socially
Yes.
Yes.
without any discussion
Right.
of the matter, but we did not do it very often either.
So, for example, you could attend like a conference like if you all went to a conference together, you could all be in that same space. Let me ask, and I'll follow up, and I'll let you know. How does that sound?
Because I feel like I recall you've always said, as long as we don't talk business.
That's kind of the
We
general
can go to
understanding.
dinner before the meeting together.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an
As long as
example
we
that was
don't talk
specifically given
business.
in my FOIA training. is
Yeah.
We could go to
Yeah.
dinner before a meeting.
Yeah. I remember this
So I
distinctly.
think that's similar to this. So let's confirm, and then I'll let you know. But
Or you
yeah,
get in a doodle poll about which time you can attend.
no, flat out no. But I think that it will work. So
Hard and fast.
let's make sure. Yeah.
Wolfgang, did you have anything? Okay. No, okay. So there, other than that, do I have something else to say?
I can.
Okay,
Sorry.
sorry.
So one.
Oh, wait, she did, sorry.
Oh.
They did, sorry.
Hand.
Wolfgang, did you have something?
Hey, sorry, I wasn't sure if we were like in the thanking Victoria phase or we're still moving on with business, but in terms of the thanking Victoria.
yeah, I just
say,
called your name and you
Thank
were
you.
off. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I remember when we met and I was interviewing for like a Seabird Artist project, and my version of the story was really chaotic, and you were like immaculate, professional, organized, and I was just so excited when you came on board the HRC. And yeah, you've been a game changer for the Office of Human Rights, and I'm so excited to see what your next step is. Just thank you so much for all your work. And, yeah, very grateful to have been able to work with you.
Thank you, Wolfgang.
You didn't present as chaotic. I'll just say what it is. Thank
Big
you.
shoes to fill for whoever's next.
Indeed.
Turn it over to Todd for new business.
Okay, thanks. So, I just wanted to just briefly thank everybody actually for your feedback after my email after the last meeting. I'll say sorry for any unintended sort of angst that may have caused, but I'm glad that it opened the door for more conversation. What I would love to do, Jessica and I talked a bit today. We met with Inez and Victoria and kind of had a little discussion about what could we do to move through and learn from this. Would like to offer anybody the chance to have further one-on-one check-ins with Jessica and myself. And one of the things that we heard was if we have any good feedback to provide, we could help kind of be the vessel for that to Inez and the PCOB, and potentially seeing where that leads to maybe some more joint discussion. So if you are open to that, please email me or maybe copy Jessica as well. Happy to schedule things because I think we have an opportunity to kind of explore like what could this be? What could this be that would work better in the future? So thank you again for everybody's feedback and insightful thought and comments on the after the last meeting. So there you have it.
The only thing I wanted to add is
Yeah.
I just think it's because of the rules we can't all be together. I just felt that this opportunity for one-on-ones is better than it in public space to unhash this. I feel like it needs to be hashed out, but I also strongly feel it should be done in public. So, but yes, please message us if you'd like to have this one-on-ones.
I did have one question on follow-up, because I think this was mentioned as we were having those discussions. Did you all discuss the idea of Inez coming to a meeting and sharing more about the work that they are doing now that she has taken over as the leader of the work, or are we not there yet?
Can you comment on that? I think maybe that could be a possibility in the future. I think that's a good idea to put on the table. We may not be at that stage just yet, but I love that
Yeah.
there's
Like to keep
interest
that
in
in the
that.
mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's keep that idea in the mix for sure.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, well, there is no public comment because there's no one here in public, so there's no public response. Are there any commissioner updates? Okay, so next steps, Catherine is gonna take a stab at just drafting some language to provide to Jeanette kind of in tandem, and we'll have that by October 13th. Did I have that right?
Yep.
Is that on a Friday?
It's a Friday.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we will vote
Jeopardy
on that
notice.
in public meeting, and so we can adjourn at 7:00 PM Eastern.
Wow.
Thank you guys for
Okay.
Thanks for specifying.
Yes.
Thank you.
I always
Not Rocky
specify.
Mountain time.
I always specify them, because I work with a lot of people at different times, so
Oh,
I know it doesn't matter, but just so it's by habit.
It's ingrained.